Greetings, friends. Today, Jesse McDougall here, doing a book review on buying U.S. real estate. Now, this book is a little outdated, I will say, but the purpose of these book reviews, I'm going through my entire book collection, recent collection, last 5 years or so, and just covering every book. Just what I want to do with my time, so that's cool. This book, I bought this shortly after the U.S. economic crisis in 2008. Where there's a huge sell-off of houses. It was crazy, and I didn't have any money. That's when I lost all my money, which is $30,000 or $35,000. Lost everything. So if you had money, you scooped up tons of properties, you are laughing, and a lot of people are laughing. They'll be watching this, like, ha ha ha. If you scored property at that time, man, good for you. Awesome. Good for you. Fantastic. When there's a famous economics quote, I think it's by, I don't know who it's by, Keynes, I think. When there's blood on the street, buy real estate. Meaning when everyone's going crazy, oh, the sky's falling, the fear's kicking in, and everyone's going crazy, buy real estate. People are emotional about money. Houses sell this, and just buy real estate. Real estate prices go like this. Look at time. It goes like this. So don't worry about the little, this stuff. Look out the course of your life, 25 years, 30 years. Real estate prices are going to go that way. It's not going to change. It's not going to go that way in our lifetime. It's just not. So I don't need a tactical discussion about that. It's just not. Okay, so let's get into it. So the cool thing about this book, it goes through, and it's for Canadians, okay? Because at the time, the Canadian dollar was 1-to-1, meaning my Canadian dollar was equal to a US Canadian dollar. And that was only for, I don't know how long of a time that was, but that's what allowed me to get into my industry, into affiliate marketing, internet marketing. Now, I had access to US currency, purchasing power. I then got a US credit card. So now that the Canadian dollar is only 35 cents compared to a US dollar, I still have a US credit card, $25,000 credit card, $20,000 line of credit, and I use that to fuel my business with US currency. And one of the cool things is that the money I make, I pull it back to Canada, I get 30% foreign exchange gain. But the bad thing is when I lose money, if I go into debt, my business has to make money to service that debt. If it doesn't, I have to take my Canadian money and pay my debt obligations, the interest obligations, which is 35%. Nobody wants to do that. So you make it work. Don't fail, win. But this book was cool because it talks about all the different cities and why the different cities are good and the average real estate prices currently what they were. And it was pretty mind-blowing to me because I'm Canadian. Sorry, I don't know everything about the U.S. I'm trying to find my way in the world, right? So it goes through best online sources. You can go deep into your rabbit hole if you want. Use Google Earth. It's basically a lot of these real estate books are showing you how to buy properties, how to scope it out. A lot of real estate is common sense, but there is gold in these books when you buy, especially if I'm Canadian going into the US, like you're going to another country, that's a foreign battlefield. Yeah, you better do your research. You're not just walking in, hey, got my money in here, I want to buy something. You're going to get ripped off so fast. And that's what I learned in internet marketing my first 2 years. I was caught off guard. I come from a professional background. Just internet marketing, I'd say there's more unprofessional people than there are professional people. But it's cool. It's cool because it challenges you. Money's there, and it's like the Wild West. Talk to property managers. Be aware that managers are overworked and underpaid. True. Factors that may cloud their comments even in a booming market. Others may attempt to earn your business by being overly optimistic. Okay, I got tons of stuff in here. I'm not going to go through the Orlando. He goes into each state. Like right here, this it covers Miami, and then he covers the cities in each state. Oh, this is crazy. A house in Miami, Florida for $155,000. What? So you mean I could live in Miami, Florida for $155,000. In Vancouver, I have to buy $1 million house and it sucks. Like, it's just like, hey, this is just a whatever house for $1 million. Like, that ain't right. But if you get in the game in Vancouver, the whole metrics change, right? Then you're not on the outside. Hey, oh, I want in. Let me have some table scraps. Let me have some table scraps. You're actually on the inside now. Okay. Oh, now the money's working for me. I'm in the market now. I can play some chess. It's time for me to shine. And I also liked in the book he talks about each of the cities, their qualitative attractions for each city. Like Orlando has a high tech quarter that employs upwards of 40,000 people. High tech. Okay, so Orlando, Florida, Disneyland. I'm sure my kids would like to grow up there. Orlando median price is $110,000 in 2012, and it has 40,000 people in the high tech industry. That sounds like a place would be a good fit for me. Phoenix, yeah, and Phoenix was hot. So median price in 2012 was $108,000. What? yeah. So at the time I was I was actually looking at Las Vegas, just because with my industry, all the conferences, and live that lifestyle, and you have a pool, air conditioning, four bedrooms, have a nice office. And one thing I've learned from living in all the different cities is, especially Toronto, I have all these friends that travel, and they're always looking for a friend in the city. So if I'm in Vegas, lots of people are going to want to stay with me, like save on the hotel costs. You come stay at my place, come and go. If you want to treat it as a hotel or whatever. We party, not party. I got shit to do. I'm not here to entertain you, but you can stay at my place, save the cost, and it's great to see you. So that was one of my thoughts about Las Vegas. So yeah, he goes in all the different states, talks about how to identify a distressed property. Finding a distressed property, that's what you want. There is one property in Vancouver here a couple of years ago. We should have bought it. I was in Ontario. My girlfriend was in BC. She walked in and it smelled like cat pee, and it was just like old and gross, but it was a great section, great location, great neighborhood. And she called me back or something and said, oh yeah, you know what? We knew we needed to make an offer on it quick. By the time I called you, there's an already accepted offer. But the only reason why I didn't buy it, because I didn't know how you would like it, because it smelled like cat pee and stuff. And I was just like, oh, you had me at cat pee, right? If I walk into a house and it's just terrible, like if I know it's in a good neighborhood, good location, nice backyard, 2-car garage, and it smells like cat pee, if there's mold, that's great. I'm like, yes. And why am I like that? Right? If it's just like, oh, like run down, like crackheads live there, I'm excited because I'm buying a distressed property, meaning I can do the work on the place. It's not rocket science doing real renovation work. It's really not. It's pretty easy. And to find people that'll help you do stuff you don't know is super easy. You're buying a distressed property. Finding people in my industry with what I do, specifically email marketing, to help you, that's really hard. People act like they want to help you. They really just want $1 out of your pocket or for you to do work for their company. And most of the time, they don't even know what they're talking about. They act like they know what they're talking about. So that's kind of hard. It's proprietary information. With renovations, it's easy. Baseboards go on, a 2x4 comes out, take out this 2x4, put in a header, support beam, blah, blah, blah. Paint, whatever, put carpet down. So it's not too hard. So that's why buying distressed properties, so you make your money on a property by the price. The lower the price, that's where you're going to make all your money. Grind your prices. Let's see, real estate. There's some funky stuff going on in the US where you buy properties with 0% down to all these like tricks, and there's quite a bit of tricks they teach you in here. I'm not going to go into them because I'm not an expert on them, and nor do I care about them right now because it doesn't directly apply to me. This book doesn't apply to me. What this book does to me it piques my curiosity for me to go explore the U.S., but I'm trying to build a home base in Vancouver, British Columbia. I've traveled enough around the world where I need to set up a home. Should I set up a home a long time ago? But that's okay. Avoid the snake oil salesman. That's it. Yeah, snake oil. I deal with that every day. Snake oil salesman. I love it. Paying for specialized knowledge can be one of the biggest investment decisions you'll ever make, as long as you take information you've paid for and put it into action. That's it. If you get the information you've paid for, that's the thing. I've said this before. We were just talking about this. One piece of wisdom that I've heeded was, because when I first 2 years, I lost a lot of money. I was like, found out you have to find out who to pay in business, no matter what business you're in. Who do I pay, and how much? The problem is, when you're first starting, you end up paying the wrong person too much money. Find out who to pay and how much. Do your best to make sure it's the right person. Don't be gun shy, but just be aware of that. Very, 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 very important. I don't know, $100,000 lesson right there. Boom, free, go. Okay, be wary of upfront requests for money, obviously. Yeah, if anyone asks you for upfront money as a prerequisite to finding you money for your deals, they're not legitimate. No shit. You want money to, no, piss off. Go work. I got the money. I got the bag of money. You go work, bring back results, then you can have the bag of money. Here's one about distressed property. Anyone could buy these homes. Very few people would ever want them. That's why with this just lipstick package, like, I'm not a real estate guru. All the money I do make will be reinvested into real estate. I already know that. I will not invest in stock markets in the foreseeable future. But I call it a lipstick package. So I'm not building homes and stuff like that yet. I don't have the money to do that at the moment. So I call it just lipstick package. Just buy a distressed home, come in, all the brick and mortars, the framing is all good and everything. Lipstick, paint, baseboards, new carpet, clean, new appliances, make sure plumbing's good, make sure roofing's good. Done. That's it. Don't overthink it. Change electrical outlets, door handles. Depending on the size of the property, you're looking at about $5,000 renovation. If you're doing the work, I don't know, just do the work. For me, it's therapeutic. When I work on my internet company, go train martial arts and then work on a property. Like, yeah, that's a lot of work, but I don't know, it's therapeutic, just keeps me producing. There's also, it's not in this book, but there's one of the things I've read in a real estate book is that it's an entrepreneurship book, that if you're an entrepreneur, like a natural born entrepreneur, real estate and working on properties is good for you because entrepreneurs, they like working on new project. Some of the flaws of an entrepreneur is they have a hard time finishing a project. So in real estate, you have to finish the project, right? So you finish the project, close the deal, move on to the next one. So it keeps the entrepreneur in you going and growing. You have different scenarios all the time. So that's great. Let's see, I'll wrap this up pretty good. Yeah, choose your exit strategy before you make the deal. Very important. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to give it, this book is definitely a 5 out of 5. And I'll tell you when it was written. By Don R. Campbell. He's like the famous Canadian guy. If you know anything about real estate in Canada, you're following Don R. Campbell. If you're not, get in with it. Yeah, just the one thing with the real estate and you're following the news and like, just break things down to common sense. Don't get to the economy, this, and like, just do your simple math. How much does the mortgage cost? How much is the rent? Am I buying this to live in? Am I buying this to buy and hold? Am I buying it to flip? Like, walk yourself through the stuff first. Don't like the noise and the news. A lot of times they put stuff into your head that you wouldn't even think about. Keep it simple. Real estate is fairly simple. If you get in over your head, ask someone for advice that you trust. Shoot me a message on Facebook, Jesse McDougall. Add me on Skype, macdougall.jesse. Send me an email, jesse@macdougall.ninja, JESSE at mac, MACDOUGALL.ninja. And I'll help you out with your thought process and just go from there. So 5 out of 5, Donner Campbell. Thank you for making this book. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel and take care and keep smashing your goals for 2017. Push forward every day. You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. You're having emotional highs, emotional lows, but keep going. Consistency. Take care. See ya.